Okay, so here it is. State of the game 2024 for Legend of Runeterra. I'm afraid and worried that they are going to announce like competitive or just ranked, I guess, is dead, because they said about how they're going to go fully into Path of Champions. That's where the money is, I guess, or the player base is. I don't know. So this is the video. So we'll see if this is like the death of Runeterra.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dave Guskin, executive producer of Legends of Runeterra, and we're here today to talk a bit about Legends of Runeterra's future and the impact of the recent changes at Riot. With me here today, I have a few familiar faces. There's Andre Van Roon, the head of League Studios.
Hey, folks.
Mark Merrill, our chief product officer and co-founder of Riot. And then Eric Shen, who's our current product lead and will soon be our new executive producer of Legends of Runeterra. I don't have my baton on me, unfortunately. I can't hand it off.
We'll get it later.
Yeah, we'll get it later.
Bro.
Hi, folks.
Let's start with how we got here. Mark, if you want to talk a little bit about kind of the history of lore.
Sure. So, we first started working on what ultimately became...
I really do hate these, like,
in 2011.
Scripted interviews. It's just so annoying.
Fans of,
just talk to the face and just say what you're going to say. Don't pretend like there's a conversation.
That really excited us as players was the fact that, in a lot of CCGs, one of the things we all love to do was build decks. And so we wanted to have a business model that was incredibly generous to players, that enabled people to have a lot of cards to then get into that fun experimentation and not feel like I've got to go spend hundreds of dollars in order to go get the cards, even build the decks and figure out,
let people try it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Shadow Isles deck should feel very different than Demacia and all of the combinations that we thought were really fun. And what's great is we delivered that, but we sort of, never really get the formula right. We were always spending a lot more money investing in the game and supporting the community than the game was bringing in, and so essentially being subsidized by our other products. So we tried a lot of things over the last couple of years to figure out how to grow the audience and what would resonate with players.
But
so
what do you try other things? You didn't even. There's like negative money put into advertising for this game, so I don't know how you can say we tried different things when the best thing. There's two things you could have done: put money into advertising. Put in a league client so everyone see, hey, check out our card game.
So we sort of reached a point where, we had to make some changes to try to get to a place of sustainability, because players have been so committed to this game, and we know so many people love the game, that we want to keep finding a way to deliver this awesome game that people love.
Yeah, I think the commitment and the love from the player base is one of the reasons we've got a lot of faith in the future of the game and a lot of that desire to keep improving and innovating on it.
Yeah, we've had players
come along I agree with what
journey with
I knew you were
going to
say. Yeah.
We've done a lot of changes with PvP. We've tried doing Lab of Legends, which then became the Path of Champions. And what we've seen is that we've spent a lot of time on making the PvP side of the game much better, and players are actually spending a lot of their time in PvE. So it's kind of like, hey, it's probably appropriate for us to shift the focus a little bit, maybe line it up a little bit where we're spending more of our time on PvE, because that's where the players are.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, Lab of Legends, when that mode first came out, it shot up in popularity. It like spiked over even like
it's okay. So like Path of Champions is fun. Don't get me wrong, and like it does kill time, I guess, and it's a interesting challenge, but it's not. I mean, like you use that to get like you use that and transition it back to PvP. I would love to know if the numbers for PvE is exclusive to PvE. Like, don't they play both? I play both
at that time, and that's why we've been building on that mode for so long, developing ultimately into the Path of Champions, and it continues to be our most popular mode. Where both the actives and the hours, really, players are playing more games in that mode than even in standard ranked.
So like our big content and systems focus is going to be on Path of Champions, correct?
Right, yeah. We know we have an excellent card game, and we don't want to lose that. But we're going to be shifting more of our attention, more of our time toward improving the Path of Champions mode.
And ultimately, what we're doing is we're taking the resources we have and we're applying them to where the players really are.
This upcoming set that's releasing soon is going to be our last set as players currently know them. That doesn't mean we're not going to be releasing more champions, but it does mean that we're going to be changing the focus to be
last set
those champions in the Path of Champions.
So then, how do you update Path of Champions without sets? I mean, won't you apply the new cards made into the Path of? Couldn't you just apply Okay.
You two have given Lore a ton of support over the years, and I really appreciate that. I think that's continued up to today, and will continue in the future.
Very much so. I mean, I think we're doing this across Riot as a whole in terms of how we try and pull like our world building and our storytelling together and looking for opportunities for the different games to support each other more. We want to get a lot more connection between lore and League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and Wild Rift. Get some of that.
What lore? I mean, Teamfight Tactics. What's the lore there? It's just an auto battler. What do you mean? It's just pay money for chibis, battle with units. That what? Like Legend of Runeterra actually helped the lore of League of Legends like by tenfold.
Sharing of ideas back and forth.
Yeah, lore obviously has the strength in the PvE section, but then of course TFT has the strategy stuff, and League of Legends has like the champions. Yeah, so that takes us to what I think is an exciting new future for lore. Eric, you want to kind of talk us through what's happening with this new focus on the Path of Champions?
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually been working on stuff for a while. So one of the big things that are coming out really soon is our big expansion to the map of Runeterra with the Failure section. So right now,
did Failure not have a section? I didn't realize.
Up on ASOL for a while. They've been looking for something new, and Lissandra is going to be our new big bad. Not Tryndamere, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Get her.
What?
Great. Yeah,
Big bad.
Players are going to try their best, but we're really excited to see what they think of it. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, and that's intentionally so.
And how OP can I be?
You can be OP, because along with Failure, soon after that, we're going to do what we think is the full expansion to the mode itself. So we call it Constellations. It's a feature in which we take the star powers that players have now with up to 3 power, and it's going to go to 6. So we're going to have 20 champs coming out, 6 stars. Yes, get excited. Just a full step function level increase in power to match the difficult that they've put out there in the Failure adventure.
Awesome. We're not just doing.
Is that how difficult it's gonna be? I mean, 4 ASOL being 4 was just like instant win the game. So what is 6 gonna be for champions?
Existing champions though. Here are we.
There will be brand new champs as well. So the ones that you take from 0 star all the way up to 6 star. So for those who love the grind, that's there for them too.
Who though?
Both some lore originals,
Tell us one.
some champs that exist now. So the whole gamut's going to be represented. Every region's got a champ.
Want to share a few of the champions we're going to be adding?
Aatrox has been playing really well. That's been one that people have been really liking during the playtest sessions. There's a lore original that we're testing out with Nora. So we think she's going to come to the Path of Champions and just delight players with what we have in store there. So some portal action.
Yeah, I love me some portals. Let's go.
Yeah! Whoa, I love portals, man! The game's done.
3-star, 6-star, just all of a sudden your board is filled. It's a lot of fun.
The true Nora experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And when Arcane comes out later this year, anything we're thinking there?
I mean, never say never, but definitely Lissandra might be quaking in her boots of what we have coming after that.
Well, and I think a lot of this exciting stuff that's still coming, demonstrates also that, we're, of course, still committed to Legends of Runeterra. So just wanted to take a moment to, again, say thank you to everybody that's been with us on this journey for Legends of Runeterra. Also, again, just want to say thank you, Dave, for all the hard work and effort over the many years. And,
wow, I love saying, thank you, and it's totally scripted away.
I'll still be around.
Yeah, Dave's going to go work a little bit in R&D on some other cool stuff we have in the pipe.
Yeah, and I also want to really say thank you to all of our players. I think this has been an amazing experience being on lore. It's been an amazing team. I have a lot of faith in Eric and him being able to kind of take it to the future. And I think that we have a lot of support.
Absolutely. And there'll be a lot going on throughout the year. We're going to make sure we keep talking regularly with you folks, sometimes formal like this, sometimes more
Okay, but what about
if you want a
ranked?
few more details, we'll also got an FAQ going out at the same time as this video that'll cover some more stuff. We're really excited to see what Eric and the team...
Wait, they're still going to rotate champions, I just
How are
realized.
you feeling, Eric?
I'm excited, dude. We got a lot for players. We got a great roadmap, so I'm ready to hit the ground
Do
running.
you? Because this doesn't feel great.
On that note, thank you all for being here with
That's
us.
it?
Got a lot of exciting stuff in the future, and we're going to go get to it. So thank you all. See you in game.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
everyone.
peace symbol. Great. Yeah, see you in game. Yeah, okay. So what? No more sets, no more new cards. What's the okay. Let's see if we can find more information. Okay, so they have their own blog update. So let's yeah, they have a blog update. Let's just do this. Okay, here. Okay. Legend of Terror. Is LOR dying? No, it's not dying. We're making some changes. They literally heard everyone saying LOR is dying. The intent is to focus on a better path forward for the business, the core of which will be the Path of Champions moving forward, and keep this amazing game going for a smaller, more focused team. With the smaller, more focused team. Funny. Shifting the PvE, then refocused on PvP. Now you're shifting PvE again. How did that happen? For the offshoots of the time. But the reality is we're just adjusting to the changing landscape of the gaming, blah, blah, blah. I focus PvE, blah, 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 blah. Our best investment on PvE, unfortunately, did not increase engagement in PvP modes the way we had hoped. We again want to call out the competitive parts of the community. What is the last set coming out? The upcoming set will be the last card to release in the way players are familiar with. After this, teams are going to take some time to figure out how things might look in the future, and we'll keep you posted. Cool. So there'll be a drought. That's basically what they're saying. That there's going to be a drought of no new cards. Basically, they need to find a way to, I guess, monetize cards coming out, which they should have done from the beginning, or a better way. Maybe increase everything. I feel like the problem for them currently is like, okay, if we increase the shards by a stupid amount, everyone's gonna be super pissed off. But that's the only way we can make it so people actually want to spend money on our game. Let's have it competitive. For now, competitive PvP will be put into hibernation. Gauntlets, rank seasons, tournaments, world, and esports. rank season rewards. What about okay? We'll keep standard, casual, standard, eternal, and versus AI open infinitely. Ranked, standard, and eternal will continue, but in a different structure than today. We'll be figuring out soon. Nice. Okay. So I meant that sarcastically. Oh, that is not a good sign. They're just gonna keep it on life support until they figure out something else. But I don't think you can put competitive ranked behind a paywall. You just can't. That part you can't do. They just really need to put an advertising shift, and I guess they might have to resort to making cards like only exclusive to buying rather than using shards. So like the cards in the battle pass you just can purchase by yourself, which I always thought was weird, but or maybe they should more push on card art. I don't know. Or you know what they should do in the marketplace or the shop? They should say, hey, these skins can be applied to the champion if they're in Path of Champions. Because, not a lot of people know that you can change your skin if you go to loadout. They have a World Champion 2024. No. Okay, so that was last championship. That sucks. I'm going to sneeze. Sneeze completed. Well, projects are in the works. What about projects in the works like Community Card Kitchen card? Okay. And the World Champion prizing. As prizes, we'll still be working with Talpinarter and help develop a card for the game. Their victories were a massive accomplishment, and we want to ensure we deliver an reward for the card. That card is also on the way. We appreciate how many have joined us. Okay, but you're not saying if it's going to continue. At least for the card. Community Card Kitchen card. What's happening with LR Invitational, the mystery event? Are you canceling it? It's still going to happen. We're making some adjustments with the recent events here. Right in mind. Community has always been one of the best parts of LOR. Just look forward to speaking with the competitive players to see how we can best support them, even with a focus on PvE. Why don't you just sell things people want? We put out a fairly wide range of content: boards, champ skins, guardians, emotes, card backs, perspective cards. These were our core monetization thesis, was to let people earn their card selection and pay for cosmetics. But sales or cosmetics have proven deeply inadequate. Damn. Wow. Telling it as it is. That's kind of surprising. I put a fair amount of money into the cosmetics. I like alternate card arts. I like alternate level up animations. For the cards, I like a lot. Maybe a better push on that. I don't know if that would change anything, but I appreciate them being forward with the fact that they want to make getting cards easy and just I guess basically they want to use the Legends of League of Legends model in the sense of, hey, let's make the champions easy to get, but then just price out the cosmetics, which it could work if you just actually promoted the game. But Sailor Cosmetics often cost us more to make than they earn for us. We know that there are a lot of things that players and we wanted, like anime cards and more impressive card borders, that haven't been able to introduce. But due to major technical limitations, okay, I think that's made up, and the high cost it would take to make those cosmetics based on our exploration and prototypes, we also couldn't make them happen. So Hearthstone can make it happen on everything, but you can't. Okay. Lastly, even if we were able to find ways to comfortably use these new cosmetics, the delta between what they projected to make and what they need to sustain PvP is just too large to realistically expect from our players. Why don't you pull back your generosity, make some money from cards? There's definitely been many conversations about how we can make this happen, but at the end of the day, there was no plausible approach we could take that would come close to matching development costs it would take to produce the PvP sets we currently make. without essentially becoming a traditional TV business model. That's fine though, if that's what makes it, if that makes it survive and thrive. Because we believe so strongly in the original promise we made the players, we think that moving forward with the Path Champions, our primary focus allows for a more sustainable model to continue making Legend of Terra well. I mean, but at some point you got to say, yeah, we like it just didn't work out. So we got to change our business model, right? If you're telling me that from the beginning, like, hey, we want to be generous with our card collection, but then make the cosmetics, what financially drives the game, but then like don't deliver. Well, I mean, you delivered, but unfortunately, it just doesn't work. Then you should just be like, hey, look, it didn't work. This is how we're gonna fundamentally change going forward. Unless you're just like deeply afraid that it's just gonna kill the player base, which I feel like it wouldn't, but who knows? Let's see. Why don't you release in China? Huh. That's about being China was actually something we spent considerable effort trying to make work. I thought, huh? Who knew? I didn't know it wasn't China. It's since been an ever-present topic of discussion at LR. Right? It is that it's not just a matter of taking the current version of the game, China aiming for approval of a gaming license. Essential amount of work has to go into making changes, and we couldn't afford to pause making the game for months or two. So, I'm very. I didn't know that. And I'm genuinely surprised because you would have thought from the start it was in China and Riot would have taken care of that. So, who knew that? Why'd you release a draft mode? I didn't even think about draft mode. I mean, that'd be interesting, I guess. But I don't think it would work. I just don't think it would work. Why doesn't Riot leadership help LR succeed? Riot leadership has been involved in and very supportive of LR and very proud of our critical acclaim and dedicated player base. Behind the scenes, they've been subsidizing LR from other Riot games in order to give us a long runway to try and find the right business model. They've also helped us manage multiple shifts in our focus. All of this prior to finally making the sensible call to better match the team's ties and investment levels to the realistic business provided by our player base. Even now, they continue to support the team and game going on. Smart, more sustainable way. So while I understand this, they're also just trying to save face. But literally, when we ask why hasn't Riot leadership helped LR succeed, what we're asking is why aren't they promoting the game? That's what we're asking. Not why aren't they helping behind the scenes? Why aren't they helping publicly? Why Riot investing in other unreleased games and not LOR? Double-edged sword here, being a live game. Well, yeah, I mean, if Riot sees a game that's not really isn't currently profitable, yeah, they're going to want to not really invest in it. That's kind of that's just normal. Why doesn't Riot advertise? Okay. Our core focus on retaining the meeting player base. And the marketing community teams partnered up and worked together to focus on our spoiler seasons, new expansion campaigns, music releases, YouTube Shorts. Okay, why not TikTok? As well as supporting social channels across our wide variety of regions, Facebook, Instagram, X. Let's get granular. This is called mid-funnel marketing that tends to have a higher return on investment. Broader top-of-funnel or awareness marketing requires a great deal of investment to show return. High-end CG trailers with appropriate media boosting can run into millions of dollars in costs, even with strong audience targeting. We saw this lack of return time and time over the course of Ella's first year. Sharing the community and I don't agree with that because I've literally never seen a YouTube short from the LOR team. I've never seen anything. Well, I don't go on Facebook. I don't see anything on Instagram, and I don't see anything on X. I don't see anything that you're talking about, dude. And odds are other people aren't. 10 marketing teams partner up with work together. But spoiler seasons, new expansion campaigns, and music releases. Besides music release, I guess spoiler season expansion campaigns. That's directly for the community. It's not like anyone who's not into the game is going to care about spoiler season or new expansion campaigns. But the question shouldn't be why doesn't Riot advertise LOR? It should be why doesn't Riot advertise LOR in League of Legends client? That's the question we all want. Why wasn't I heard LOR joins League Studios. League Studios is a fairly recent organization change. It's not tended to be a grouping of every game. Share a client and code base with a lot of players spending some time in both games. LOL and don't share code. I get that, but you could still easily have it link out in the client. Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be playing from. You guys have YouTube videos in the client that run terribly. You have other crap that links out. Why can't you have Legend of Runeterra link out? Or why haven't you had that from the fucking start? What does this mean? By having it'll be much better integrated into the overall scope and plan of the league ecosystem, the events, campaign design, insights, indicators. There's also some. You can have a single release manager for all the mobile titles. Wait, so are they saying they are going to add it? Let's see. For example, by having the game will be much better integrated into the overall scope and plan of the league ecosystem, such as events champion. There are also some synergistic benefits. We can have a single release manager for all the mobile titles, for example. Oh, okay. So then this in Wild Rift, right? And TFT is on mobile. So when the games were in different parts of the organization, things could get bogged down for a number of unnecessary corporate reasons. Mm-hmm. We have seen success with this in the past, and this is like TFT are sharing some of the same art to bring Remix Rumble to life or T-Hex across games. Oh, why isn't Lauren League Client? Good news. We're targeting to start promoting League of Legends in the League Client as early as sometime in February and periodically after. Are you... It took you this long. It took you this... like, this is good news, right? It's good news. But why now? But, like, why not before? Seriously, why not before? Are you joking? Could you imagine they put it in League and they just see their numbers explode? And then the people come to the game, they're like, well, there's no ranked. You know? Like, oh man, that is that's a massive fumble. But I mean, it's good it's happening, but it's like literally at the worst possible time. Mention a roadmap. To be frank, we're honoring the exact timelines. Okay. We've seen the video makes up some of our immediate goals as released Constellation Freljord. The results and player feedback to those systems will help us further galvanize our roadmap. Oh my God. What happens to having the patch notes articles? There's no patch notes and no cards are coming out. We'll pack full of content. Let's see. Oh my God. Why don't you just kill LOR? Taking big swings at plans to make the game more sustainable from a business perspective by growing the player base, but that didn't work. Or we found that worked required substantially beyond what existing. So now the plan is to match the team size investment sustainably more closely with a dedicated player base or force. Yeah, they're trying to downsize to match the quote unquote player base that they have, rather than throwing money at this to make it bigger to justify the team they have there. So we'll probably get like maybe 2 sets a year, if that. I know that they're working on that, but. Well, this is it's just unbelievable. It took them this long to get to why isn't LOR in the client? You know, and also they didn't even answer the question. Why isn't LOR in the client? Good news, we're targeting start, but like you didn't answer why. We're asking why isn't it in it, not when. I don't know. This is I just don't see myself. Unfortunately, I don't see myself going back to the game. I love ranked. I love the game. It is easily my favorite card game I've ever played by a long shot. I find myself coming back to it when it releases, getting the masters. Missed it a few times due to life reasons, like don't have time. But this is a dark day, and it's like they're making the right moves at the worst time. And by right moves, I mean adding it to LOR. That's like basically it. That's it. This is sad. You know, I kind of feel bad for the YouTubers. I mean, they Majin Bay. There's other big card YouTubers. I don't remember Majin. Like I can see their faces, but I can't remember their names. Sunny is a big one. I think he's the biggest one. There's other ones. I really wish I could remember their names, but like they're probably freaking out, and I mean really freaking out because you're like seeing this. They're like, well, I can't make content off of PvE. You can't. No one's gonna watch stream and be like, oh, look, watch me fight bots all day. It'd be interesting if they found a way to make the Inflate Online into Path of Champions. Like you know, I don't know how they could do it, but it'd be interesting, I guess is my point. This is a sad day, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that this doesn't hurt you too bad like it's hurting me. But we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.